Hey, my inky crafty friends, it's Haley Dyer, the Inky Scrapper. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. It is Thursday, April 30th, 2026, and I have several things that I would like to share with you tonight. So thanks for watching live or on replay. And as always, y'all know I love a comment to know that someone's here with me. So I'm just going to jump right in. I've got several things. I'm going to try not to overwhelm you tonight. I really appreciate your feedback, your constructive criticism. I have been told that sometimes I'm hard to hear, and that's good to know. So I'm going to try really hard to make sure that you can hear me. So if at any point you can't, let me know. And I'm going to kick off tonight with showing you a little bit about what paper samplers or paper shares I'm offering right now. The first one is the May through August 26, not the specialty. Let me fix that. It is the DSP 6x6 sampler. It includes 8 of the DSP collections. I didn't realize there's actually 9. So there's one that I didn't see because it's on, I don't remember what page, but it is not in the front with all of the suites and everything, and that's fine. So you get 8 of the 9. It is 108 6x6 samples to each of each pattern. So I have a stack right here. I just wanted to show it to you briefly. Gonna just kind of flip through that. I've shown you the Scenic Coast already. This one is 6x6. So I didn't have to cut anything. You get 2 each. So that means you get a front and a back if you want to use it that way, or 2 fronts. Gotta show off that iridescence. That's the Scenic Coast. Bloom Boutique. I'm going to feature that tonight. So I'm going to flip through that really quickly. Waterside Retreat. I've shown that one already, and I'm going to try to repost the videos in case you missed them. Moonlit. There we go. Moonlit Flora. Oh, it's so pretty. Moonlit Flora and Waterside Retreat are what I'm featuring in my May 17th Crafternoon. So if you haven't signed up or RSVP'd for that, please do. Artisan Sketched Garden. It's all a bunch of black and whites. I have full videos showing all of these in their 12x12 size. So I have cut them down to 6x6. That's why it's a sampler and a share. Again, I'm sold out of my original run, but on May 5th, I will place more orders. I'm going to go ahead actually right now and drop the link to the paper share sign up in the comments because I'll be ordering more. But please sign up soon because they're going fast and time and money is limited. I know. The Velvet Meadow DSP, I cannot wait for you to see this. It has velvet flocking. So pretty. And it makes it really thick. Beautiful Ordinary Life. Again, I have videos for all of these, so I'm not going to show you a whole lot about them tonight. I just want you to see all that you get for the sampler, Valley in Bloom. And the last collection, the 8th, is the Paper Medley Mix-In. The Mix-In is pretty cool because it doesn't have what I would call hero papers, but it mixes in with so much of the other DSP collections. So if you're interested, be sure to sign up because this is limited. Like I said, I sold out of my first run of this set, but I will do more. I also have, whoops, sorry, that was loud. I haven't cut them yet, but next up is the 2628 in color 6x6 sampler. Again, these all started as 12x12, but I'm going to cut them down to 6x6. You will get half of these 2 embellishment packs, and I promise your half will not have some missing. I've had fun playing, but these are the in color dots and the in color butterflies. Aren't they pretty? So you'll get half a pack of both of those with the in color sampler. And I wanted to show them to you really quickly. The first new in color is Hydrangea Hue. This is 8.5 by 11. but you will get 6x6 of the two-tone cardstock because that gives you options of 2 shades. And you will get a 6x6 square of both of these, that's front back, and the stripes. Whoops. Front back. And I've included the pearlized paper, so a 6x6 of the pearlized paper. So that's Hydrangea Hue. Same thing with Peaceful Pine. I'm going to go through this really quickly. Peaceful Pine and the pearlized paper. Golden Glow. Again, these are the new in colors. They're available for the next 2 years. Whoops, that kind of got stuck in the DSP. These will be cut down to 6x6. You'll get 2 each again, so you'll have the front and the back like I'm showing you right here. Pearlized paper. Crisp Cantaloupe. So pretty. And, oops, here's the Crisp Cantaloupe pearlized paper. Barely Blush. This is a beautiful, really pale pink. It lives up to its name, Barely Blush. Hopefully that shows up well on camera. And I put this one last because of how pale it is. It does make it kind of hard. I'm going to turn this and hopefully you can see that. And the pearlized paper. Oh, one thing I wanted to say. Let me pick a color that shows up a little bit better. This cool 12x12 DSP with 2 each. So 4 designs. All of our color families, you can get DSP in all of our color families. And it'll look like this, and it's 12x12. So I'm very excited about that. But again, that's just a peek at the 2628 in color 6x6 sampler. Again, they'll be cut down to 12x12. They started as 12x12 and they'll be cut down to 6x6. So you can reserve those on that form that I dropped in the link. I have a couple of those already in stock, but I can order more. I'm going to do a reservation deadline of May 5th or 6th, just so that I can get them ordered in here. The last sampler I'm offering is specialty paper. I have a whole video about that. It does include the in color pearlized, so you could get 2 if you got all of them. This one is $13 because you get 17 6x6 sheets. And if you'd like all of them, then you'll save a little bit, and it's $72 out of pocket. So just again, I've dropped that form in the link if you're interested, and sign up, please. If, like I said, if you're interested, it's a great opportunity. So here is the Bloom Boutique. It does feature all of the in colors, and I'm going to use this for tonight's project. Because I've already done some paper shares, I don't have 2 each to show you both sides, so I'm just going to kind of turn it over. I love that the front side has the little gold foil. In this case, it's the little flower centers. And then we've got some crisp cantaloupe in the background. This has a Barely Blush base with beautiful little florals and the little gold florals, and a Hydrangea Hue background. I'm going to save this one because we're going to make a Hydrangea Hue card tonight. Again, the front side with the gold, and the back is a beautiful Peaceful Pine and Crisp Cantaloupe floral. This one has a Barely Blush background with gold and Crisp Cantaloupe flowers. Love that tiny little design. And a fun Hydrangea Hue background. I think I'm going to turn it this way for our project. This particular pattern features the Hydrangea Hue flowers on a white field and Peaceful Pine background. And last but not least is a beautiful Golden Glow floral with the gold accents, and again a Crisp Cantaloupe background. So I thought about, like, these coordinate so well together, but I decided for tonight's card I wanted to focus on the Hydrangea Hue scheme. Ooh. So I'm going to cut these into strips. It is the first time I'm cutting this beautiful paper. I'm excited to use it with you live tonight. And I'm going to cut each strip at 3/4 of an inch. So when I'm making a small cut like this, I like to use the right side of my trimmer. Gives me a little bit more stability. Make sure I'm not, let me see. Yeah, I like this being kind of horizontal. So 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to do that for each one of these. Like I said, I think I like it this way instead of that way. Again, it's personal preference. There isn't a right or wrong, and you can have a lot of fun with both. That's just what I'm choosing to use. 3/4 of an inch. And once again, make sure I'm not, yep, that's fine. 3/4 of an inch. And you'll notice that I just let my blade stop at either end and continue to cut. Oh, that doesn't matter which direction. 3/4 of an inch. And I need each one of these to be 4 inches tall because we're going to make a top fold card. So I already know I need 6 strips and I only cut 1, 2, 3, 4 papers. So we're going to double up with a couple of them. And since most of these have that hydrangea hue background, I think I'm going to double up on the one with the white background. So there's 3. Actually, I need to double up on more than one. Let's see. I think I'll do the other floral with the gold. So here's 4. This one will make 5. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go back and use this one for number 6. So again, these all measure 3/4 inch by 4 inches. Let me move those out of the way. This is the Bloom Boutique DSP. All right, it's like I couldn't find it. I have a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock that I've already scored at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold that. Let me grab my bone folder. And since I scored this, I want to just double check and make sure that I don't have, sometimes it gets a little off. If it's a little off, I like to put the longer piece in the front. Okay. It's also maybe a little hard to see on the white background, so I'm just going to grab my old close to my heart craft mat so we've got a good contrast. So here's what I'm thinking to do. 1, maybe this one next. What do y'all think? Let me know what you think. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, I really do like that. That turned out pretty well just for a good guess. Do you think we should change these out? Let's switch them and see. So a lot of times when I'm trying to decide, I will take a picture of each rough sketch and then flip through them on my phone and decide, oh, you know, I like this one better or that one better. But I think I'm going to go with this one. Just checking to see if there are any comments that I'm missing, because we're going to put this little frame over that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn these over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Y'all, this would also make a really pretty card. I would rearrange them a little bit, but how fun is that? How fun is that? All right, so let me grab my Stampin' Seal. Also, I'm going to put on my glasses. So, of these new ink colors, which one is your favorite or favorites? It's okay to have more than one favorite. I'm interested to know. I like the light colors. All right, that looks straight. So again, the colors are, if we go in Roy G. Biv, to me it's Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, that looks better, Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, and Hydrangea Hue. I am liking them a lot. I'm definitely a cool color, pink, blue, green, purple kind of girl. And I think these are really pretty. Sorry if you're seeing the top of my head. Maybe not. But I do tend to look over the top to get these in place. So you can see I'm leaving, what, maybe a 1/4 inch gap between each one. So here, this is a super easy card design that you could do with any pretty paper. Whoops. And I wanted to feature the Bloom Boutique DSP. Actually, I think it goes better that way. And the Bloom Boutique will be available May 5th. All of these items, the new stuff, will be available May 5th. This way kind of seems to have it up and down. And there we go. How simple is that? Now you could make these each a little bit shorter and do them staggered, place them staggered, but I didn't want to do that. I don't love a staggered look as much as more of a uniform look. Alrighty, so I cut 2 of these hexagons from the Nested Essential Dies on the lighter hydrangea side to be able to place this on the card. And I need, rather than the dark, I mean the dark is really pretty and I like how it pops, but I want to use hydrangea ink, so I use the lighter of the two-tone cardstock. And I've made an ink spot with a plain blank ink spot and hydrangea ink, or sorry, hydrangea hue ink, because the new hydrangea hue classic Stampin' Pad with the metallic closure, like the Close to My Heart pads, wasn't available. And I was like, I have to have this color, so that's my workaround. But I'm super excited about these new ink pads, in case I hadn't told you that already. And so I need lots of birthday cards, so I picked my With You in Mind and that bold, pretty, happy birthday. I'm gonna just pull it off its carrier sheet and let me see. Oh, it will fit on this block. I wasn't sure if it would. If your stamps are struggling to stick to your blocks, put in a drain, like a, what do you call it, where you catch stuff in your drain. Put that in first so you don't lose your stamp, but then you can wash them in the sink with some warm water and some dish soap, and that will help get the sticky back. All right. Ooh, so this is a fresh one, and it's very juicy because I just made this one. I think I made it a little too juicy, so I'm going to just grab some scratch paper because that's way too inky. Yeah, that is incredibly inky. I didn't think I had over inked it, but I did. So let's really gently ink this up. Whew. So I'm going to let that sit and rest just a little and give this a try. It's a good thing I have 2, huh? Sorry for my head. I just want to say happy birthday. I don't love that I missed a few spots on here, so we're going to try again. It's not bad, but I think we can do better. So I'm going to bring that over. Again, I'm going to tap this a little bit. I will not, if I'm not going to make my next ones as juicy, but I do want it to have good coverage. All right, trying again. That's much better. I'm going to set that aside because there's a little bit of wet ink. I want that to dry. I'm just going to let it air dry. I also went ahead and used my Forever Florals dies and cut some Hydrangea Hue, White, and Peaceful Pine. I did both sides of the two-tone to see what I might like to add to this card. So I haven't popped out that little center, so I get my take your pick tool. I have the pokey end, and I can just push that out of the way. So this looks much better now. But yeah, this pad is way too juicy. I inked it up more than I realized. But better to have one that's really juicy than not. I think I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop that up. Or not, because it doesn't look like I have any dimensionals handy. Ah, here we go. I was going to say, I should. I'm actually going to use this edge right here. I don't let any of this go to waste. And just kind of put that on there and then fill in some of these pieces so that it adheres well and has a good base. If you have trouble peeling these off, take your pick tool. It will really help you. I'm not going to center it top to bottom, but I am trying to center it left to right. And now we have to decide if we want to add some Hydrangea Hue. I think so. I did pick some of these. Let's see. I do like this instead of the white. And actually with this little one, I think I might use the lighter one. I think I'll trim that down so it's a little bit smaller and maybe use a darker sprig at the top. So I like to just try to lay out the elements first. I think that's really pretty. All right, so now I'm going to use my liquid glue. And like I said, I left my snips on my other table, so got some trusty old close to my heart scissors to trim that one down. I don't think I'm going to try to put any dimensionals on the back to make it 3D. Instead, I'll just glue the very ends on the frame. Make sure oops, yeah, that is the back. About messed that up. Trying not to stick my fingers in the glue. And then watching me glue is not super exciting, but it's important. We want this to adhere well. All right, let's see how that works out. Start with this one. That's a lighter one. That's going to go on here. Got to make sure I have some glue there. And the darker one to go up top. Again, making sure that I have some glue. Whoops. Tweezers can be really helpful for this. burn up that green. That's good. And I think we will go with a Hydrangea Hue Butterfly. Right there. I'd rather have it at a little bit more of an angle, so I'm going to reposition it. You can kind of reposition them briefly. That one did not turn. Let's try again. I'm going to peel it up and give it a little turn. There we go. So that is my little card for tonight. Quick and easy. Hi, Paula. Thanks for watching. Again, these are 6 3/4 by 4-inch strips. I did use the Bloom Boutique DSP that will be available May 5th with the new catalog. The Forever Florals is available now, along with the Nested Essentials dies. And each day I'm going to be featuring something new leading up to my online Facebook Live new catalog kickoff on May 5th at 7:30 p.m. I will have an In Color special on May 6th and a May online exclusive special video at 7:30. All of them are at 7:30 p.m. On May 7th. I'm going to have a group shipping code for anyone that wants to ship to my house. I'll be posting all of that. And so thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to share all of the new, not all, I don't have all of them, a lot, or at least some of the new products that are available. And again, if you're interested in that paper sampler, be sure to click on the link there for that form. If you're local, we'll do porch pickup or whatever. And if you're not local, we'll have to add on a little bit for shipping. So thanks again for watching, and drop a comment. Which is your favorite In Color? I want to know really quickly. Let me pull them back again. Which is your favorite In Color? Hydrangea Hue, Peaceful Pine, Golden Glow, Crisp Cantaloupe, or that's Crisp Cantaloupe, or Barely Blush. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again really soon. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I hope that you go get inky, and if I've inspired you in any way, be sure to let me know in the comments. All right, see you soon. Thanks. Bye.